lot of buzz has been going around recently regarding Fortnite Mobile returning to iOS, along with the ability for you to now actually play Fortnite on iOS, but there's a slight catch to it. And so as always, I wanted to keep you guys updated, keep you in the loop, and give you guys the latest information regarding what's been going on with Fortnite Mobile and some pretty big recent developments that have been happening. So let's jump into it. Now, as you guys might have seen over the last few days or so, I've been posting a few videos of me playing Fortnite Mobile on iOS. But if you've seen any of the videos and if you've seen any of the gameplay, then you'll have seen that it was Chapter 1 Season 7 gameplay, not the Chapter 4 Season 4. I think the current season of Fortnite is on at the moment. This is because there is an old version of Fortnite Mobile. There's actually a few different old Chapter 1 season. I think it's like 7, 8, and 9 versions of Fortnite that you can download on mobile. And there's a few communities out there that have been hosting private servers in, I believe, mainly NA and EU regions that allows Fortnite Mobile players to download the game without using a PC and to be up and running playing OG Fortnite Mobile within just a few minutes or so. Now, obviously, this isn't the main version of Fortnite Mobile that people want to return to iOS, but at the same time, it's honestly a pretty fun, nostalgic refresher. The lobbies are pretty packed now ever since the news has got out and people have figured out how to play this on mobile. The lobbies have been pretty packed for NA and EU at most hours of the day. You could virtually find a full lobby anytime you hop on, and it's also really fun to play with the old weapons, the old map, the old loophole, the old mechanics. It's just a breath of fresh air, but it's not something that's gonna really revive the mobile community at the end of the day. But still, I'll leave the link to their Discord down below in the description, so that way if you're curious on how I've been able to do this, how I've been able to play Fortnite Mobile Chapter 1 Season 7 on my iOS device, well, then you can learn all the details down below in the description. Once again, with a PC it takes a few minutes, without a PC it takes a few minutes. You can get up and running within virtually no time. Now, there's two other big things I do want to talk about that have, in my opinion, a pretty big impact on Fortnite Mobile. The first one is going to be the fact that, as you guys probably know, Fortnite itself is returning to Chapter 1 Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, and then Season 8, I believe, over the next month. Basically, on November 3rd or November 2nd, Chapter 1 Season 5 is coming back. I think we're getting the same loophole, the same map, and it's going to be playable on Fortnite Android. These are the main servers, the main game. We're just going back in time for like a month. Every week, I think we're getting a brand new season, or I guess not a new season, but we're getting the chronological order. I think we're going from Season 5 to Season 6 to Season 7 and then 8. Maybe Season 9 is somewhere there. I'm not entirely sure, but it's really funny that at the same time the Fortnite Mobile iOS OG version is blowing up and getting really popular, literally a week later we'll be able to play basically same season, same version, but on Android and with all the updated latest graphics and mechanics. Now, the reason I think this is actually pretty big for mobile is because most people's experiences with Fortnite Mobile was back in Chapter 1 or Chapter 2, because not many people have been playing it in Chapter 3 or Chapter 4. And so I'm really curious to see how many people are going to re-download Fortnite on Android, on mobile, because the gaming community as a whole has been going absolutely crazy over this news that we're returning to Chapter 1 Season 5. And again, a lot of people, a lot of iOS users are probably going to try to download the game when the update comes out, head to the App Store and realize I can't play the game anymore. But for those Android people, they'll be able to play the game just again with a few extra steps added on, because they'll have to go to the Epic Games Store, then to download the Epic Games Store launcher, then download Fortnite through that, then install Fortnite. There's a few extra steps, but I do think this return to the OG Fortnite is going to be nothing but great for Fortnite and hopefully for mobile as a result. But the last really big piece of news that directly relates to Fortnite Mobile iOS coming back, it's here and it's a big one. Now, over the last few months, I've mentioned time and time again about this feature on iOS called sideloading, where basically, to sum it up, it is when you go outside of the native app store. For this instance, it is the iOS App Store. You go outside the app store to then download other apps or other third-party app stores, so that way you don't have to just only go to the iOS App Store to be able to download and install apps on your iOS devices, like on your iPhone or iPad. This is something that's pretty much always been on the Android operating system. For example, this is exactly how you download Fortnite currently, by sideloading the Epic Games Store onto your device by going onto the Google Chrome browser, then downloading it off of Epic Games' website, and then you get the Epic Games Store, which is a third-party app store, which you then download Fortnite on. I mentioned this a ton, and the time is ticking down for when we will know something for sure, because by the middle of March 2024, EU laws and regulations are dictating and basically forcing Apple to add this feature to their, I believe it's just iPhones. It might be iPads as well, but from what I've gathered, it's at least iPhones confirmed. And so by March of next year, Fortnite Mobile should be returning to iOS in some capacity, but we've recently got some even more and bigger news that it could be returning in an even bigger manner. And that is because of the fact that Microsoft has acquired Activision in like this $70 billion merger. It was absolutely huge. And I know you're thinking, Microsoft and Activision, what does that have to do with Fortnite coming back to the App Store? Well, if we take a look at this thread posted by reporters on duty, a very credible leaking source within the mobile community, we can get a pretty good ideal. They tweeted today, Xbox is building a mobile app store to compete with Apple and Google. This store will feature titles like Call of Duty Mobile, Warzone Mobile, and Candy Crush from ABK, along with other mobile titles owned by Xbox and third-party titles. They continue to say, as for third-party titles, Xbox would allow developers to freely run their own app stores on Xbox mobile store platform and offer their own payment systems to process in-app purchases, and that's a benefit that Apple and Google most famously don't offer. This would result in much cheaper prices for in-app purchases, which is very good. And as you guys are probably sensing, one company that might particularly be interested is Epic Games, which has allied itself with Microsoft in the past few years. They might possibly partner with Xbox to bring back Fortnite on the mobile platforms. And then to wrap it up, Xbox will take advantage of the EU's Digital Market Act, which stops companies from gatekeeping competitors from their own platforms, and companies need to comply by March 6, 2024. This is the EU law and regulation I was just mentioning that is basically forcing Apple to add sideloading within March of 2024. Xbox is expected to offer its cloud gaming service through Xbox Mobile Store. Cloud gaming is currently in beta, as you probably know, because you can currently play Fortnite Mobile through Xbox Cloud Gaming. The store is set to launch in 2024, possibly this summer. And this is absolutely huge news, because one of the big things that I've been curious about is the fact that I think Epic Games, their Apple development account is still banned to some degree. And so partnering up with Xbox would give them an expedited way to have their own app store, their own third-party app store on all iOS devices, so that way you can download Fortnite Mobile. And I know you might be thinking, well, we can already play Fortnite on iOS through cloud gaming. But guys, I gotta be totally honest. If you've ever played Fortnite Mobile on iOS through either Xbox or NVIDIA GeForce Now, you know how bad of an experience it is. It is okay. It lets you play the game, yes, but it is not, in my opinion, an enjoyable experience. There's input delay, there's lag, there's frame drops. It's just not a fun experience. It's not the experience all of us remember playing. And so this would allow Epic Games an immediate backdoor or entrance into the iOS sideloading process whenever the laws and regulations do happen to get fixed and amended. But it's interesting because this article did say possibly summer of 2024, when in reality this goes into effect in March of 2024. So we could see Epic Games make their own third-party app store, and we could see them launch Fortnite Mobile earlier than the summer of 2024. This could just be Epic Games and Microsoft partnering up, so that way Fortnite Mobile will be available on iOS through multiple different third-party app stores. But one way or another, it does look like in 2024 Fortnite Mobile will be making its way back to iOS devices in some form or fashion. We pretty much knew that it was confirmed a few months ago when this law was passed, but now that we're getting closer to that March 2024 date, more details and information are slowly unraveling themselves about how this is going to actually play into effect and when we might get our hands on the game. So it looks like at the latest summer 2024, but I'm hoping Epic Games, you know, as soon as Apple allows sideloading, boom, we can go ahead and play Fortnite Mobile on iOS through sideloading. But that's basically the big news and information that has come out recently. You guys are always asking what's new, what's updated. This is basically it. The news and information regarding Fortnite Mobile returning to iOS has slowed down quite a bit, and I don't expect for there to be a ton of information this year, but hopefully in 2024 we'll be getting lots of new juicy tidbits and information on when we can expect the game to return back to the iOS platform. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.